Hello there. This is Jebb Adams, and I'm here in the studio / workshop with the Singer 500J Gina, and it is what we are going to be doing today, learning today, is how to correctly wire from the plug to the motor and to the light. So to start with, it is all correctly put together. This is, the motor sits, well, I can't adjust it right now because it's all harnessed up. But the problem I had initially, because I haven't done a lot of motors and wiring through my restorations, but I am doing more, and I'm going to be doing these on a regular basis because I have what, 9 or 10 direct drive motors like this. This is a PB10-8 and this is 500J. I have another 500J which we'll be looking at later to compare, but to make a long story short, I had to get the motor detached and get all this unplugged so that I could pull this wire in up to the top of the sewing machine, and then I could get back to cleaning inside at the top by the hand wheel region. And so that's what I needed to be doing. Obviously the motor had to be cleaned, especially this gear. This gear mates up with this filthy gear from the hand wheel, which I haven't cleaned yet. That is still an ongoing project with this sewing machine. So, but this one has been cleaned, and it's in good shape. And that's the way the machine goes in. The motor goes in, is it goes up in there like that, and that's how that gets to match up with that upstairs there. So it was no problem for me to, disconnect this all and pull it up so that I could then start washing inside this cavity, not washing, but oiling inside this cavity. And that's why it was essential that I get the wires and the electrical away from any oil. The other thing that's interesting to note is this plug, or whatever receptacle, it has been modified. And what I mean by that is it has, oopsie daisy, almost knocked my cotton swabs over. For example, you see how narrow and flat this is, and how narrow and flat this one is. And this one has been opened up and widened so that one of these spade connectors could never go on it. The other thing that whoever modified this like that, the other thing they did was they cut off the 4th pin. Now, I don't necessarily know why they did that. Fortunately, I do have a 500 series service manual, and I was able to get a wiring diagram and study that and compare it. And then I also have another 500J with the exact same motor, a PB10-8, and I looked to see the way it was wired and the way this thing was built. On the other one, we'll see towards after about the middle part of this video, we'll be looking at the other Singer 500J direct drive sewing machine to make a comparison to this, so that we can see that the proof is in the pudding. Not only does the theory work, but it works. So that's what's been going on here. So So I can pull this out now, and then I can get right into cleaning. But before I did that, I wanted to practice again hooking this up. And I know that this blue one goes to the motor like that. I believe that is correct there. These are tagged motor, and then it hooks up with this red spade connector from the light, and then there's this yellow one. The yellow one, once we start hooking these up, let me get my instructions here, and we'll just go back a bit here. I'm locking the lights. Tut, tut. Maybe I'll bring that in a little closer to... There's the rear view showing the motor. See, it says down here, rear view showing the motor and light connections. And it shows to put it in the same position. I would have to put it like that. And that's in the correct same position. That is pointing to the corresponding 4-pin or 3-pin male connection, male part of the plug. So what that means is that this double one here is this one right here. And it shows very plainly that the double one, it goes on to the one that's opposite the non-existent one in this plug, the one that has been modified. So that's where that goes. And it becomes a little bit of a process of elimination because, okay, now we know that, pardon me, now we know that is correct also. I've got it turned the other way. There. I wanted to be able to see that. So, yeah, what's going on there is we're plugging it into this one right here. This one right here. So it's in. Then this yellow one, because I looked at it's coming from the light, it's part of the light. It goes into this one right over here. See my finger tapping on that one? Let's get in a little closer. The yellow one goes onto this one right here. So that's in there like that. And then the blue, oopsie daisy, sorry. And then the blue goes in the last one available. And the blue is this red one on the motor. The black one on the motor is this red one that matches up with the red one that came from the light. And then the yellow one that came from the light went on its own thing. So that's how it all goes back together. And but I haven't done a lot of these, and so this was really interesting research for me, because being the professional I need to be, I need to know this stuff. So I'm going to disconnect this because I'm going to pull the wire up to the top. Let me go back a bit here, a whole bunch here. Get you lined up a little more carefully. And I'm going to move this machine over. Oh, geez, I took that right off, didn't I? I better make sure I don't lose that. This goes with this one from the motor. Oopsie daisy. There. So that is good. We've got the plug off. We don't have to worry about that for a while. The motor is over there. Now I'm free to go ahead and pull the wire up to the top, and then I can get my my little white work bucket, table bucket, and start throwing some oil in, and I don't have to worry about the wires all done. However, I had promised, kind of, that's what I was looking for. It went there. It went under the machine. Yay. So what we have over here now, watch out, I'm kind of climbing over in between lights and cameras and tripods and stuff. And these machines are like 22 pounds each, or 23. Listen to me whine. So anyway, let's get, this is Charlene. And Charlene has always been well cared for and serviced. I bought it September 1st of this year on South Shore, Montreal. So, and here we can see, if we look, let me get in a little closer here and get away from that light. But if we look, this plug, it has all 4 posts in it. Nothing's been modified or cut out. And likewise, on the back, here, it was never cut off because it was never installed in the first place. So this matches our plug setup over there as well, even though it is slightly different. And let me back up just a tad here, my friends. And like I mentioned earlier, this is a PA10 motor as well. And so I also had this as part of my research to make sure that my manual and my own test experience here in this lesson. So I hope this has been of some value to you if you're looking to understand the wiring of these sewing machines more. Like I say, the whole initial motivation for this was I wanted to get in and clean with the oil and everything up in the top hand wheel area there. So I'll be able to do that now. But it's nice to have the second machine as a backup. But anyway, thanks for viewing. I hope this was valuable for you. Please like if you like. Please subscribe. And please do come back again. Your comments and any experiences with sewing and machines especially, or restoration, are more than welcome. Thank you.